Hey guys, I'm Taylor at Go Power Sports.
I'm Matt.
We're going to be walking you through kind of our different clutches for this bigger motor. It's the 8 or 9 horse of the Predator. It's a 301cc. We've got a brand new one over here we're going to put on with a 40 series torque converter. And then this is our heavy duty centrifugal clutch. It works really well if you have smaller tires and maybe get a little bit bigger sprocket on there. But for this application, it really doesn't perform how we want it to. So we're going to show you what the 40 series torque converter can do. We're going to go ahead and tear this thing off. We're going to have to move this sprocket over, loosen it up so we can put that 40 series on. Yeah, that's about it. We're going to start tearing it down. We're just taking these mounting bolts off. They don't make it easy. You just have to take the chain off and we slide this whole motor on. Woo, it's hot.
What are you disconnecting, Matt?
I'm disconnecting the throttle cable.
What videos do we have coming up, Bob? This axle, all these parts, you can also get from our website. We built this thing and put it together probably a year or two ago so we could test out that heavy duty clutch. All right, now with that 301 with the 40 series torque converter on it, it's not going to bolt right up and be able to work. The back plate kind of hits this bar, so it doesn't allow us to. Matt built this little riser out of 2 of our engine mounts, and these are for the 301cc Predator. But we're going to roll this in the shop, weld that thing on there. Ready?
Okay guys, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go on and mount our brackets that we made up to mount our engine and torque converter. What we're going to have to do, we've got to do a little modifications. So we got to just grind, we're going to grind and clean this up, weld this other bracket on, so that'll give us our clearance that we need for our torque converter.
Now these are all the parts that come in our 40 series torque converter kit from GoPowerSports.com. We've got our driver clutch. It's the 1-inch bore. The belt, all the hardware. It will come with miscellaneous 1-inch washers and spacers. Your hardware to mount this back plate, and then these are your bolts to hold on that driver clutch, just depending on which motor you need. This is the driven pulley. and the back plate that is exclusive at GoPowersports.com. That's the only place you can get this. Okay, it's pretty easy to do. All you have to do is hold this plate, which is already assembled, right up to the motor, and these 4 outside holes will be the ones you use. I'm going to hold it up there. And those bolts have these lock washers on there. Make sure you use those too. You can hammer down on those pretty hard like he just did. You definitely want them to be tight. You don't want that plate coming loose. All right. The next step we're going to do, we're going to put this belt inside of this driven pulley. So what you're going to do is compress this spring, hold that pulley open, and slide your belt in. Now, before you put your driver clutch on, you're going to want to take these 1-inch washers, put them on here, and put your clutch on. And you want, move over here for me, Bob. You want these back plates on these pulleys to line up. You can see right now they're not. So we're going to add some more. Once you get those lined up, you're going to take your driver clutch back off, put it through your belt, and slide it back on the motor. Then you're going to take your 7/16 bolt, start it by hand again. You definitely don't want to cross thread it. And you really need an impact. You'll take an impact with a 5/8 socket. And that's all there is to installing this 40 series torque converter. Alright, for this motor to work with our motor plate that we make, since it's so versatile and works for different motors, you have to use a 5/16 bolt instead of a 3/8, which you would normally use. 3/8 or maybe even a 7/16. Yeah, we're going to get this thing bolted down, and we just use a washer up here so your bolt doesn't sink in, and a washer down here so your nut doesn't get pulled up. You know, get caught in the metal. glad you moved. Okay. Ready to put the chain around it?
Yeah, now we're gonna put the chain around it, set our sprocket, get everything lined up.
We've got these bolts just snug. They're not tight, but they're tight enough to where you don't get any real slop side to side. That way we can adjust it forward and back.
Hopefully our chain's gonna be long enough.
While I'm putting this half link on here, by the way, this original chain that we took off of that other motor, it's just one half link too short. So, pretty fortunate we don't have to waste another chain on it. We've got a bunch of builds coming up. Like I said before, we've got that table coming from Tab and Slot. We've actually got 2 tables coming. And it'll be pretty neat. We're going to do a build on it, and you'll see exactly, you know, what that company has to offer. We got that half link on here. Matt's going to put the master link in.
Here, so you can get it from that side. I don't want to get in the view.
There you go.
We also got hopefully a couple drift track builds, a couple go-kart builds coming up, so got a lot going on for sure.
Yeah, we're going to do hopefully 2 drift trikes, and we've already got plans for them. We should be able to knock those out pretty quick, and then we'll do videos of us racing those around. And then our American Express reproduction, we're going to do 2 of those and then do races with those also.
Master link. Beautiful. Finally.
Nice. Now,
get our sprocket lined up.
okay. Sprocket looks pretty well lined up.
Just make sure you still got your key still in there when she's moving it around and all, because if not, you won't be going anywhere.
And this is just like our live axle kit. You've got this kind of floating sprocket, and then you can put it wherever you want and just lock it down with these lock collars. That's the strip one. Easy as that. Now we just have to adjust our motor, get our chain the right tension, and then we'll tighten this motor down, hook up the throttle cable, We'll be pretty much ready to go. Before we take it out, we're going to turn it on and make sure everything's working properly. Well, that concludes our build on this old Dingo. We put on this 40 series torque converter kit that you can get on gopowersports.com. We put this 301cc motor, and then that's about it. Matt, what would we do to the back?
Yeah, we also started carrying this header tube and the filter kit with we drilled the jet out to 42 thousandths, give it a little bit more fuel. And so stay tuned, we got more videos coming your way.
See you guys.